router. So like in this instance, this is the router is R1, which is by default name. But if you see my uh, lab scenario, actually it also says same. So yeah, so the router one. But if you want to change the name of the router one, you can change the name of the router one to whatever name, because usually the naming conventions of the routers, firewalls, or the switches in the companies are not like R1, R2, R3. They are like, so most of the time naming convention follows is name of the first name is the data center number. Sorry, first name is the name of the initials of the company, and then hyphen. Then after that, it comes the data center number. So if in the company there are multiple data center like DC0, DC1, DC2, whatever number of data center. So you you specify the data center number in which the router lies, and hyphen the uh, hyphen that router name. So you associate. So sometime it depends where the router works. So specifically, I can take an example. If in this scenario, if you see the diagram over here, so I can name the router one as a Chicago LAN, because this router is connected with the Chicago LAN. So to put it, so usually you put the router name in such a manner that whenever you log in into the router, you should come to know, or someone else from you should come to know that where this router located and what exactly the router is doing. So from these things, if you design the network in a perfect manner, these things usually count. So that's why they change. Firstly, most of the time they change the name of the router, and after that we provide every single interface of the router an IP address. If I'm saying every single interface, will be providing the IP addresses to only those interfaces which we will be using, not to the all the interface of the router. So let me show you there. So this is if right now there is no password enabled. So by default, uh, in the simulator it is not like that. But by default, if you purchase a router comes with the default username and a password. It comes with the Cisco and Cisco. So that's the username is also Cisco. Oh, no, sorry, username is admin and password is the Cisco. That's the most common username password, which comes with the factory by default with the Cisco routers when you are working with the Cisco routers. And so over here, it is not like you are directly able to see R1 hash. So usually, uh, when you log in first time to the router, you will be seeing like this R1 like this, and after that you have to type a command enable. Right after that it will ask for the username. So by default username is admin, and then it asks for the password, and it's Cisco by default. So when you will be typing this password, it won't be showing you anything. Like whenever you type the password in the password field, like in your Gmail or wherever you type the password, it shows you the asterisk, that multiply sign. But in case of routers, it never shows anything. It shows you just blank. You have to type it according to your common sense that if you are typing in a correct manner. So then after that you will press enter, and now after that it will start showing like this R1 hash. So from here I'll be starting this R1 hash. So here you can run a couple of commands. So basically, this mode is called uh, privilege mode, in where you will be running most of the time. You will be running the show commands.